Gather round, hunters, and welcome back to another episode of Starfleet Command. Orion Pirates Plus One. I'm Rear Admiral Tirak of the battleship Devourer, as we continue our campaign against the Romulan Star Empire. And last time, well, we've been duking it out over the planet 21-9. We've got down to an Empire defense of 30, which means relatively close to being defeated. However, we did take quite a bit of damage last time, so hopefully we won't take too much again. So we're going to pop over here, try and keep our area secure. We don't want the Romulans being able to come back in here and ruining our best laid plans of destroying it, taking over their planet. So we're going to go for another little holding action as we step off the main tile for just a bit. And also we have quite a bit of repair work to do. We ran into three, count them three, K-10 class dreadnoughts last time. That's a lot of firepower. That's a huge amount of firepower. That's battleship upon battleship upon battleship. And we won. We came out of it alive, which is a pretty surprising thing to me. I was concerned we wouldn't accomplish the mission, but the mission was to annihilate a shipyard, and they presented three battleships in front of us, and we ended up doing a quick little end around the battleships, and then got to the shipyards and destroyed that. Unfortunately, on our way through to capture the shipyards, we took a lot of damage. But hey, victory was ours. And now it appears we're squaring off against a light cruiser, a KDP, the Gigas, and an OPT. So the freighter should be mostly ignorable. The Gigas, not so much. So we're going to turn in on him, start trying to get a little bit of damage down. How long are these repairs going to take? Almost finished. So this missile launcher is almost ready to rock and roll. Let's commence our initial bombardment then, since all our missile launchers are ready. We fire with the MIRVs to start with, and we're chugging along at a speed of only about 5 right now. We need time. Time is something we desperately need. So we're just going to sit here at low power, not do a whole heck of a lot. Super high reinforcement to the forward shield to give ourselves a decent amount of electronic countermeasure. No third ship has shown up, and frankly, the battleship Wirvikon should be more than a match for a single OPT. I've been wrong about things before, but he's a fast battleship with 2 R-type plasma torpedoes. Actually, I'm not quite sure BBF is fast battleship. It really feels like that's plasma destroyer because he's got so many R's. Alright, so we're going to look at you and focus on you just a little bit. And I don't think I have enough drone links to control a whole other set of salvo launches. Oh, you have some very nasty pieces of equipment on follow-up. Okay, good. So that worked perfectly. So he's going to defend against that. We do, however, have a couple of pseudo-frigates on the way. So let's get the C-Rack ready to engage and take a look over by them. We have, ooh, looks like 4 of them. Yeah. So the C-Rack is not going to be ready in time. So fire the first missile, target number 2. Fire the second missile, fire number 3. Disruptors engaged. Didn't quite manage to get him. And the C-Rack is not going to be quite ready in time for the pain that's about to come our way. More speed, more power, and C-Rack engage and engage. Okay, so we took out 1, took out 2. Oh, never mind. I was paying so much attention to him that I didn't even pay attention to the KDP. Oh, and once the KDP cracked, the pseudo-frigates went with him. Alright, so let's curl back around. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Okay. Green alert. We're safe and sound. Full power to engines and increase the speed of time. Oh, I was absolutely terrified because 4 of those pseudo-frigates, each one is carrying 2 F-type plasma torpedoes. That's 8 plasma torpedoes in total. Each one deals 20 damage. That's 160 damage that we were staring down. And it didn't manage to hurt us. We did no problems at all. Also set up that because we want full repairs. And this has given us the excellent opportunity to fix the ship, which we desperately needed. So a nice, easy battle. Just flooded them with missile firepower. And now we get an opportunity to repair the ship, repair the broken things, patch up the warp core, get everything ready for a nice little battle against anybody else who we may end up facing. And we got all the data, so now we get to leave the map. I think we need to go, what, 74, 78? I think it's 74. Could be wrong. We're about to find out, though. No, it's higher than that, 75. And we will avoid the map border for just a little bit, because we want to make sure that everything is patched up. That's a key problem. We are getting really low on spare parts, so we really kind of hope that we take this planet relatively soon. Yep, so we're back up to 78 power, and let's open up the map here. Yep, we are heading off as fast as we can. So we need to hopefully end this soon, because we're down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spare parts. So we have been out here for a very long time. We've gone through a lot of our stores of ammunition. I think we're out of... We have like 1 shuttle left, which we only get like 2, so it's not a huge deal. We're out of fighters at this point. We're low on spare parts, but I think we can make this campaign work. Core guests are currently gathering ships from other empires to stand against the Marek, so the pirates are uniting against us. Oh, those dastardly, dastardly pirates. So we have maintained control of the sector, and we're going to pop back here and go on a mission. We're going to go on an asteroid base assault because it's potentially the easier mission. We could have gone on a shipyard assault, but we are getting kind of to the edge of our capability. We've been out here for a really long time. This was the reason why we went for the battleship. We wanted to have a whole bunch of stores and supplies that we could use to continue the fight going on, but even this is going to eventually run out of steam. It really has. Originally, the plan was going to be to bring a starbase all the way from a home port out here to serve as a main base, but we changed our plan a little bit when we discovered the planet was vulnerable, and I'm hoping that we can accomplish the secondary plan that we came up with of trying to destroy the enemy without having to ever actually build that starbase, because it would just make things so much more convenient for us. We're going to probe, see if he's really alone, and also prepare a wild weasel, because that'll be important. Yep, only 1 shuttle remaining, as well as a maximum electronic countermeasure system so that he has to worry about us. We'll also put the forward shield up to maximum, and we're doing just an asteroid base and a K7RB. What are you equipped with, sir? 2 S-type plasma torpedoes, 2 F-type plasma torpedoes. So in total, he is able to deal 100 damage. The S-types deal 30, the F-types deal 20 apiece. So with all of those, that's 100 full damage. Let's conduct our bombardment. Immediately start our break-off maneuver, just so we can get these missiles out ahead of us just a little bit further. And we also don't have any D-type plasma torpedoes, which is really something that they're going to find very, very painful. Because the D-type plasma torpedo really kind of is almost essential in this era. We've got enough missiles where we can just spam through anybody's normal defense. If you're not bringing along an anti-missile defense system, a expanding sphere generator, D-type plasma torpedoes, if you're not bringing anything like that, well, you're not going to stop this. All told, we have 2 MIRV racks, that's 12, plus an additional 10 missiles, so 22 individual drones have been fired. That's kind of crazy. How are you going to shoot that down? The answer is you don't. And there's his crash stop. So I don't need all that firepower anymore. We just need enough to eat up the rest of it. I wish I could send in smaller salvos against this guy. So we can't actually control a huge number. We could probably stack 3 sets of these for a very, very brief period of time and 1 set of actual missiles. So 3 sets of MIRVs, 1 set of actual missiles. That would probably run us dry on terms of drone links. And if we did that, I mean, that's 36 plus 10. That's 46 missiles we could throw at somebody. We were never going to do that because that would give us a very, very brief amount of time before the missiles actually ran out of fuel from the first group. But you could do it if you timed it just perfectly. So, against a planet, say. Alright, so let's see if he can actually survive the incoming missiles, because it's a lot of incoming missiles. He shot down a couple, he picked up a few more. He did a good turn. That's trying to bring out more missiles into the fray. Just couldn't handle it. That's 240 damage. It strikes you in a very short period of time. Like, you really can't blame him for not having any sort of defense. Because that's just a cruel amount of firepower we can send at him. Somewhere out there. We shall set up rope. There you are. Alrighty, so let's engage this guy. How much power do I currently have? 1 point of extra firepower. Alright, so here's my plan. And we're gonna make it work. This. Start to slow down. Stand by. Start to slow down more. Start to speed up. A little bit more. Because you can't launch any shuttles. And we'll fire the rest. Yeah, so we can't get 2 full salvos out of that. So 34 missiles at the moment are currently going for him. We'll get ready for a follow-up on this one, but I don't really think it's going to be necessary. Oh, actually, no, I take that back. Asteroid-based bases are incredibly solid. I mean, look at that. Look at all that. Asteroid bases can survive an entire full salvo from a King Condor dreadnought, well, battleship, which is probably the most direct fire powerful dreadnought in the game. But 2 full salvos from us, and he falls to pieces. An excellent use of our firepower right there, shattering an enemy base before they can get an opportunity to fully set themselves up in the area. Let's see how much prestige that's going to be with. I can't imagine much. There was pretty big disparity. Yeah, 152. There's a fairly large disparity between the ship that came out to defend the asteroid base and us. So we're going to pop back up here. We're going to take a mission, a nice quick MET-10 patrol. Spend a little time buzzing around. This could be dangerous, but I want to get a full surround on this planet. First of all, it makes it... Oh, I think that was a dreadnought. It makes it easier to take the planet because they're not as easily able to reinforce it. We have control over the area. And once you've captured the tile, it makes it a lot harder for them to immediately rush in and take it back. So we're being escorted today by the GCS Fire Death. Names like that always make me kind of chuckle inside a little bit. He's got 2 S-type plasma torpedoes and a pretty decent number of phaser ones, so I can't knock him too much. The Gorn really do come equipped with a lot of heavy weapons. And by heavy, I mean heavy phasers, so Phaser 1 types. They're not so big on the Phaser 3s. You can see there's just 2 token Phaser 3s on board. But the Federation also has a similar design policy when it comes to these things. Like, hey, why would we bother with point defense weapons when all you need are Phaser 1s? The Federation gets disabused of that quite quickly and reverts their policy to taking more numerous smaller style missile launchers. Or smaller style phasers. So, they learn. So it is a K-10 RF, which should be pretty gosh darn powerful, but I think 4 D-10 plasma torpedoes is going to be rough. I cannot tell a lie. That's going to make things very difficult. But I should be able to force a crash stop out of this, which is my plan. I think it'll work. Maybe. Maybe I should have set up a double salvo on this one. But no. Double salvo would need to be on the second one. This can't be a double salvo because all of it is going to get sucked up by a wild weasel. Not one of these shots is getting through. I mean, that's just a fact. Because he's going to dump the wild weasel, they'll run right into that, they'll never get through. But if I can get the 34 missile salvo on the second shot, I can make something happen. So we're going to turn back in. And we might have the range for this one. So the key is we're going to hold it. We're just going to pull up in formation kind of behind these things. Hopefully we'll accelerate so there's not too much distance between us and this salvo. And then we'll try and double up on it for a follow-up. We've got to wait, of course, until this salvo goes away. So there is that. But we can get the MIRVs out early, no problem. And there go his pseudo-frigates, okay. And tell me you're going to crash stop. There's the crash stop. So, MIRVs, prepare for follow-up. And slow down a bit. Ease it out. Because we need to get these in front, hopefully. Did you take quite a bit of damage on the front? It definitely looks like you did. Oh no, please don't cloak, please don't cloak. Please tell me you don't have the ability to cloak, or you refuse to. That would be good. Alright, his forward shields are mostly down. Disruptors to engage mode. Let's start firing. How's my forward shield? Oh, we have quite a bit of power on that forward shield. Let's come here, defenses. Shut that off. I will tank it. And missiles. C-Rack. We're going to go for fire support mission now. 1, 2. Put it back to all. Quite a bit of damage done there. Let's get another MIRV going. His defenses are engaging the pseudo-frigates, so if they're engaging the pseudo-frigates, they are not engaging my MIRVs. Immediate follow-up with the rest of the missile swarm. He's turning directly away. I would not recommend that strategy. I think they managed to shoot down one of my C-Rex, so we will set up. All missiles to 1 missile, because I gotta wait until after these start hitting. I really don't want to waste any ammo. I don't have enough of it to waste. And that's a crash stop. So he is avoiding more damage, but I don't think that's going to save him. I've got another salvo just about to be ready, which I could just dump on top of him. So MIRVs, coming up. They need to pop first. So before those D10 plasma torpedoes engage, yeah, deal with all that, son. Whole bunch more. Phasers. Crunch through. Disruptors for follow-up. Got him. It's a powerful ship. That K-10 is... It's an impressive design. I can't lie. That's a good ship to fight. So, Unfortunately, it's not quite as impressive as we are. We are very well designed to kill it if we play our cards right. Now, he does still have a cloaking device, because every single Romulan ship has a cloaking device. Please tell me you're not a PLPH. You're just an... Oh, good. I can fire every single missile I've got on this guy. Oh, no, not that. So, every single Romulan ship can cloak, including this K-10. If he wanted to, he could drop underneath and avoid all the incoming fire that I can send at him. I just wouldn't be able to touch him. But he opted not to because he wanted his power for his weapon systems, which I understand the desire for power to weapons. I mean, that's a staple of sci-fi after all. But he's got to realize that this much fire incoming is just not good for his health. Okay, first salvo's out. Start our burn up until a speed of 24. Oh, crap. Okay. It's a rock. It's the Fere Avis. And you're the Stella something. That's going to be rough. He's a light dreadnought. He's a rock. He's a Romulan optimized Condor. And he's going to be quite dangerous. We need to get our Merv salvo out. So the problem that we're going to look at with him is that he's carrying, I believe, 4 pseudo-frigates. So we've got to deal with that in relatively short order. And I'm not quite sure that we can. We can take out the pseudo-frigates. We have C-Racks. We can burn our C-Rack down to the bone and we'll be fine. I think. That's my plan. So I want you to burn out some of your launchers, lose the Wild Weasel. Hopefully actually take some damage from it too. That would be helpful. His D-Racks have engaged. Second set. Drop back. And we need to immediately begin an evasive maneuver. Over the control limit, that's fine. Target you. Target his pseudo-frigates. Those pseudo-frigates are primary targets. Right there, okay. C-Rack, sets a single shot. And as soon as you're ready, fire as you bear. 1, 2. You are the next primary. So this has got to hit him, and it's got to hit him hard. And it's got to be, hopefully, 42, 72, not hard enough. More Mercs. More full salvos. 1's down, 2's down. The rest of what I've got sending out. Disruptors. I have an easy shot down the throat. Okay, good hit. Or, actually, no, not a hit at all. I need the C-Rack ready again. Set to 1 missile fire at a time. And he's doing the perfect defensive maneuver, pulling away from those. Fire at you. I need to look from your perspective. Fire at you. You. I've got nothing left. They're coming in hot. Dead. Dead. You. Darn it, didn't work. We're going to take a lot of damage from this. You. I was not paying close enough attention. I was not paying nearly enough attention. And that's going to cost me. Mervs. All additional missiles. This is going to hurt. This is going to hurt a lot. We were not supposed to be this close. Oh no, he's got a Wild Weasel. No! I didn't think. Probe. He's got an S and an F on the other flank. Phasers. Disruptors. Don't have an angle for it. And I've got no Wild Weasel left. So, a bit of a problem. Out of Mervs. All additional missiles engaged. More power. Need to be far, far away. Please tell me his D-type's not online. Come on. If you get through, I might be able to kill him. No! Pull out of here. We're gone. We're gone. We are not fighting this. Top of mine. Yellow alert. Full power. All powered engines. We can't fight this. If that salvo hadn't died, if we had gotten it through, dead. We can then focus on him, we can take him. But it didn't. At this point, we're out of ammunition. I'm willing to fight a rock without missiles, because, you know, I've still got a lot of disruptors, and 10 disruptors is a decent number, but more importantly, 12 phaser X's, or 12 X phaser 1s. But I'm not willing to fight a rock and a mostly intact K-10. The K-10 was the fight too far. I can't fight that. I can't even attempt to duel that. Not without heavy weapons, and I don't have any anymore. So we are going to set tail, and we are going to sprint on out of here. And we're going to be down power for a little bit, because I've got 3 repair parts left. I can't afford to risk them anymore. I suppose what I could start doing is I'm going to start mooching off my allies. If I have any allies, I'm going to beam it over from their ship and take from them. And also probably do so from ships that are mostly dead at that point. But, oh, if only I had locked onto him with a tractor beam, or if only I had worked a little bit better to try and get on top of him with Marines or something. I take that back. I've only got 2 Marines. Oh, darn, I've only got 2 Marines. We can't do any more planetary assaults. We need 3 Marines for a successful planetary assault, because the lowest you can get your enemy down to is 2 Marines. So this leg of the campaign may be over. We may have to go home now and reload, because I can't take planetary assaults anymore. So, on that note, unfortunately, we've got the successful surround, but unfortunately we may have to leave for a little while just to get things, well, shored up. But anyway, I've been Tarek. If you like what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe. Before I receive a notification every time I release one of these videos, press that little bell icon. Leave a comment and I will see you all in the next episode.